Hi, Danila.
Hi, Cadman.
How'd the exam go?
Past that. You can give me a ride downtown, okay?
Sure.
Bye, Danila.
See you tomorrow.
So where are you going to look at these moldy old statues?
That old church, San Andrea.
Last year, who called it the work of the devil and ran away screaming.
'15th century. School of Delac.
Oh, yes. Their authenticity has been established beyond doubt.
Delac himself might easily have done this piece, don't you think?
And the Christ figure?
It was sold just recently. I think to an antique dealer. I can find out if you like.
I'm sure it's some new church's pride and joy.
Or some rich collector's new pride and joy.
I must say I don't understand how it happens that a priceless work of art like this is auctioned off. It should be in a museum.
Well, critics, experts, and even the ecclesiastical authorities have ignored it since this church was deconsecrated.
I wonder why this church was deconsecrated.
She wants to know everything.
A sculpture, marble, or wood can have life as much as any human being. A life created by the people and things around them. Their beauty is true, their life is true, because we can see it.
I'd say their beauty is determined by the market.
You're probably right. But it's a masterpiece all the same.
Better than the other one?
No question. Much superior.
Why was the church deconsecrated?
It seems that a century or so ago, certain of the faithful hereabouts organized some fairly undisguised orgies in here.
Oh.
Well, whoever carved this one certainly didn't seem to have caught much of the spirit of the thing. This other one looks like he gave his whole soul into looking on, and maybe even joining the desecration. He looks like a man about to be overcome by his senses.
She knows what she's talking about.
Are you kidding? I've seen the best-known professors in the academy come to her for advice.
More than that, she has real intuition. I've heard her take certain artists apart until there wasn't a fragment of them left on the floor.
Well, I imagine in that case, your selection is made, isn't it? You'll take that one then?
Of course. Danila's been very convincing. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Why don't you go up front? I'll climb in back here.
I'll do it. I don't mind. I just as soon get some fresh air.
Sure. Don't let him slip.
can't have been all that easy to find an olive tree this thick. But the most surprising thing is how little the wood's been worn, considering how old it must be.
Olive's a solid wood, especially when there are no joints.
Do you think it's all one piece?
It has to be. Can't you see the form of the tree?
Tall and thick through the middle.
Look, greatest width at the shoulders. No splits, no grafts, no joints. The trunk was used to carve the body, the branches for the arms, and the head from the top of the trunk. He was born from the wood. Take the cross from underneath. Watch it. This is a delicate operation. Careful now. Danila and I will lift him. Danila! Okay, now, Alberto. Go ahead. It's incredible how lifelike he is. It's hard to believe there isn't blood in his veins pulsating. Really, the more I look at him, the more I realize what a masterpiece he really is. It's hard to tell from his expression whether he's been organizing or refusing to join in the orgies. An incredible combination. Power, passion, and misery.
I better get back to work on that painting. Otherwise, I'll never finish it.
Oh, I was almost forgetting. I have an important meeting tonight. Do you think you could stay on for a couple of hours?
I'm terribly sorry. I promised my folks I'd go along tonight. One of their parties. You got any cigarettes?
No, I'm running out too, I'm afraid. Get some from your father.
Is it too strong?
Here, Danila.
Okay,
Take some of these.
thanks.
I knew she'd find some way of trying to break things up.
She's getting prettier every day.
Get those ideas out of your head.
I much prefer the mother.
Just as well.
It's due space to you, Mario. You're a gorgeous piece. He hasn't caught on yet, huh?
Even if he had, he wouldn't care. It's been months since we made it. All he cares about is appearances.
Stick around, baby. I'll supply what he wants. And maybe a length or two more.
Maybe two more. You're a pig.
Takes one to know one.
Lovely roses. The petals.
Rose petals on the altar.
Sacrificial altar. Harder, darling, please. Yes.
Leaving so soon, miss?
Yes, good night.
Good night, miss.
It's almost like he was born inside the tree.
A sculpture in marble or wood can have life as much as any human being. This one looks like he poured his whole soul into the desecration.
There was one old lady, a tourist last year, who called it the work of the devil and ran away screaming.
I want to speak to Carlo.
Yeah, speaking.
Listen, darling, this is Daniela.
So I gather. What are you doing up this late anyway? What's happened?
I must see you now. I could never explain over the phone. Please come here, will you? It's nothing, maybe, but Carlo, please come, won't you, darling? Something I can't explain. It's a nightmare, but I can't get rid of it.
All right, darling. Now, what's wrong?
Would you believe I don't know? It could be just that I'm too nervous. And I thought you'd understand better than anybody. You know, with my mother, she has no comprehension. And the way she is, I can't possibly...
You always speak of your mother as if they'd appointed you her guardian. It's absurd for you to be having guilt feelings about it. This is becoming some kind of, I don't know, an obsession for you.
But what I saw happening to her this evening, I'm afraid has happened to me, too, a few minutes ago.
What is it? What happened to you? What is it, Danila? Look, if you really feel about me the way you say you do, you won't keep anything hidden from me.
Please take me away somewhere. You've got to, Carlo. Take me with you. Maybe if I live with you, I won't go mad.
But it was just this morning that you were so sure that everything was getting better.
That was this morning, no more now.
Fine. My love, that's just what we'll do. But I'm going to go speak to your folks first, because I don't want them to think that it's something irresponsible that we're doing, or that it's something we should feel shame over. All right? Come on, let's go.
I believe it's Daniela's.
She must not be feeling well.
We've got to go and see. Hurry up, open the door. Daniela? Daniela? Are you home, dear? Daniela?
Daniela, what is it? Daniela! Call the doctor. Get him out here. Come on, get moving.
Calm down, Daniela. Just Papa, it's all right. What's going on? What is it, baby? Did it hurt you a lot?
I nearly died of pleasure. It was wonderful. So good. So... I've got an idea. Why don't you try it too, Daddy? Come on. Or are you afraid it would be wrong? There's no such thing as incest. It's only an invention of priests. Make love to me.
But it's all true. I'm not exaggerating. She seems out of her senses.
Do you have a mild sedative in the house?
I think so, yes. There's something.
Give her a glass of warm milk for the time being.
Yes, but please, can you come soon?
As soon as I'm dressed.
Doctor, her pulse is still wild. I'm worried.
It'll calm down in a minute, you'll see.
What in the world could have caused this?
I'm afraid it's a bit early for a diagnosis. You realize the symptoms are quite strange. Perhaps her state of confusion is due to some psychical disturbance. It's hard to say.
What if she gets bad again?
Don't worry about that before you need to. It's more than likely a passing thing, a momentary aberration. Studying and working the way she does places quite a stress, especially on one so young. Try to make her relax a little. Believe me, a day in the country with good fresh air helps more people than all the medicines in the world.
Of course.
Let me know how she is tomorrow, huh?
And after 4 years of university, he decided to become a lawyer instead.
It took him 4 years to decide.
He always fainted at the sight of blood, but he hoped to get over it.
Look at that arched overpass. Beautifully engineered. Great lines, huh?
You sound like you like it so much, Daddy, I'd almost think you built it on your own. Only all you ever build are ugly little houses in a line like junk heaps.
Now, don't be too hard on my ugly little houses. They're built on a planned economic program and are designed for a very specific sociological need. You've seen the residence village.
Yeah, a friend of mine lives in one of the houses there.
There you see, each house has 3 bathrooms. There's a community swimming pool.
Tennis courts, and each house has a picture window with a really breathtaking view of the service porch of the house next door.
Well, there are worse things than that.
It seems impossible. I think such a skinny-looking hunk of cement should have to take the weight of all that traffic.
Well, we can only hope it's been thoroughly tested. What do you think? Will it hold?
Well, just get under it and over with it. Come on, hurry. Attaboy.
Crazy how the countryside changes right here, huh?
Yeah, it gets kind of wild. I like it.
Hey, look up at that town perched on the hill.
Where?
On the left. Go on, look. I'll watch out. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh, well.
It was spectacular.
You know, it's been quite a while since we were out this way. Right, honey?
Yes, I suppose so.
The truth of the matter is that it's been quite a while since I went any place with my parents. I'd almost forgotten how nice this all was. You know, we might like to keep at it like this. Instead of going to parties, they're all so dull. Come on, you know it. This is how we should go. It's great.
What happened?
Suppose a blowout. Need a hand back there?
No, thanks. I got it all right.
Good.
Are you getting out, Mother?
No, thanks. I'll just stay put.
Ah, there you are. Good. Those damn bolts always give me a pain.
That's how they do it at racetracks. You know, the way they change all 4 tires in 30 seconds or something.
I wish I had some of those guys here today.
Good afternoon.
Same to you.
May I look around?
Sure thing. No cover, no admission. I'm doing a series of pictures on the place for a magazine article.
Is it that interesting?
I think it's fascinating from a historical and an artistic viewpoint. It's an old Etruscan temple of the 4th or 5th century BC, and one of the best preserved. It was the temple of the god Baal. The Etruscans at that time were completely dominated by Carthage. And as you can tell by looking, they also had to put up with a strange god. The temple is still standing where it is because the Christians transformed it instead of ripping it down. You can see the evidence. There are 3 types culturally. Look the way the paintings are superimposed. You can see the way some of these paintings are a base of a quiet religious scene, and they've been painted over to represent scenes of orgies and desecration.
It is fascinating and upsetting, too.
Parts of it are terrifying. Anyway, if you still want to look.
Uh-huh.
It seems that in order to be given the protection of Baal, they sacrificed newborn children to him. In the orgy rituals, on the other hand, they chose the victims from among the virgins. Anyway, go on in, nothing to be afraid of.
Thank you.
I'll be working on the other side of the entrance.
Okay, fine.
We invoke thy name, O great Satan, our master, lord, and protector. We hereby give solemn act of submission to thee and to all the princes of thy realm.
We hereby give solemn act of submission to thee and to all the princes of thy realm.
We promise to sacrifice to thee our flesh.
We promise to sacrifice to thee our flesh.
The innermost thoughts of our mind.
The innermost thoughts of our mind.
And furthermore the sons and daughters born of our wombs.
And furthermore the sons and daughters born of our wombs.
Thou wilt be our hope, O Lord Satan, and our strength and our rest.
Thou wilt be our hope, O Lord Satan, and our strength and our rest.
Thou wilt be the healing and soothing of our minds.
Thou wilt be the healing and soothing of our minds.
The salt of our thoughts.
The salt of our thoughts.
The fire in our veins.
The fire in our veins.
We shall be within thee as thou shalt be within us.
We shall be within thee as thou shalt be within us.
Show us the road and our armies shall tread it.
Show us the road and our armies shall tread it.
We are by thee name, and nevermore a master other than thee shall reign.
We are by thee name, and nevermore a master other than thee shall reign.
Deign to accept this our sacrifice as worthy of thee.
Deign to accept this our sacrifice as worthy of thee.
Take thou this goblet. Nurture thyself on the flesh and blood of darkness's prince, and drink this fertile sustenance. Through his power and give thanks.
Wake up. Danila's... Wake up, Louisa. Danila's sick again.
Oh, no. Oh, poor thing. Danila!
Stop it, Danila! Stop it! Danila!
Danila, stop it, please. Oh, God.
Danila.
Please, Doctor, hurry. She's worse than before.
Very well. I'll be right over.
He said he'd be here right away.
You bitch.
What's all this? You going out of your mind, too?
You behaved in the vilest and most disgusting way possible.
But, darling, didn't we agree I'd be free to come and go as I like?
As long as you use discretion.
I need something that goes beyond the foolish bounds that you set out.
And I suppose that's your excuse for submitting your body to whips and belts and other masochistic tomfoolery. Whore.
Is it really important to you?
To me, no. But to my daughter, yes. Very important. But you didn't give a damn. You didn't want to help your daughter. You bitch, you knew all the time she was born with your foul blood in her veins and would turn out like you. But all you wanted was to see her grown up soon, so she wouldn't be a bother. So you wouldn't have the responsibility.
And where were you?
Me? I had faith in you. I entrusted it to you. And that was my error, Louisa, having faith in you. Yes, faith as a woman, a mother, and a wife. But as a mother most of all. And if Danila, my daughter, turns out depraved like you, I'll know who to thank for it. I love that girl of mine. I love her so much that I'd kill her rather than see her become a creature like you.
What are those terrible wounds, Doctor?
Let's go in the other room.
Just leave it there, Carla. I'll take care of it. You can go now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Doctor. How do you explain those wounds?
I'll have to admit I'm quite puzzled. Frankly, it's all rather strange.
What is it? Is it serious?
The other evening, when I came to see her, I had the impression of a form of epilepsy, shall we say, in a rather mild form and not progressing, as is common in the usual cases. In any case, some form of hysteria. But today I've seen some new factors, or perhaps new symptoms, new manifestations, which modify or indeed overthrow the first diagnosis I made. At this point, I think we should bring in a consultant, or even several. And above all, remember, too much worrying never helped anything. I'll have it organized by tomorrow. The best names in the country will be looking after your little girl.
Remarkable. The scar could be of a light abrasion.
It is remarkable, gentlemen. And yet I assure you that less than 24 hours ago, her hands and her feet were perforated by gaping holes.
You're sure of that, Doctor?
I'm ready to swear, gentlemen. It was no more than 24 hours ago that they presented the aspect of wounds with lacerations very like cancerous degeneration.
It's this spontaneous reemergence of the tissue that I find so strange.
Gentlemen, let's face it, this young lady is showing the signs of the stigmata, which by its very nature implies a psychological disorder, one which not only presents this and other physical signs, but is well known to produce a nervous muscular power in the body, such as you'd be unlikely to see in a normal individual.
What are they doing? They've been in there over an hour now. What can be taking them so long?
Calm down, Louisa.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, this is Carlo.
Oh, hello, Carlo.
I was just calling to, Oh, excuse me. Am I interrupting?
Oh, no, not at
I was
all.
calling to ask how Danila is.
She's better, much better.
Could I talk to her for a minute?
Well, I'm afraid she's sleeping now. She's supposed to get lots of rest.
I'm very glad she is sleeping in that case. Would you mind simply telling her that tomorrow, say about 3, I'll be around to see how she is?
Surely. Thank you, Carlo. I'll tell her.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Carlo.
Why didn't you tell him the truth?
I didn't want him to know.
Now, the point I'm trying to make is, we've discovered many cases of mental aberration where great emotional stress, coupled with religious torments, give rise to psychic disassociation, whose symptoms seem to be like, I'll be blunt, possession. Diabolical possession.
And you feel there's enough justification to use exorcism as a viable therapy, sir? I'm very sorry, but I'm here representing orthodox medical behavior. I cannot and will not countenance such slapdash and haphazard foolishness.
Pardon me for interrupting, gentlemen, but I think we're all losing sight of the main point, the reason why we're here. Our psychiatrist suggests we attack the mind of the girl and not the body. And by now it's obvious that orthodox medicine has no acceptable diagnosis. The girl must be cured. We must try exorcism.
Basically, it seems we don't remember, or we don't want to remember, that the children of today, the young people, are more in need than ever before of parental guidance and support, especially from the mother. It's very true that a few years ago there was too much guidance. The less children were exposed to dangers, the more possessive and authoritarian parents became. But today, we've come full circle, and it's every bit as bad a situation. Possibly worse, although who's to say? Anyway, the point is, she needs you. She needs your support and your good example.
You know, I still can't quite swallow what the doctor said the other night.
Yes. I think it's wise to have doubts when a scientist trespasses into the priesthood. I wouldn't dream of telling a physicist how to split an atom. Unfortunately, people doubt anything to do with religion today. Laugh at it even. And I must tell you that exorcism priests are not to be found in just any parish. An exorcism priest must have a special investiture, and by the highest authority.
Reverend, the skeptical, spiritual outlook of mine. For Danila's sake, I hope it isn't about to influence your decision now.
No, of course not. I'll tell you something confidentially. It's a much greater feat to convince a skeptic than a believer. You're acquainted with the parable of the lost lamb, aren't you?
No, what is it?
Nothing. I'll tell you about it some other day. I'll be there in the late afternoon, all right?
Thank you very much.
Try not to worry too much. The ways of heaven are infinite. I'll see you later, then.
Goodbye, Reverend. Thank you again.
Come in, Mr. Carlo.
Thanks, Gina.
Gina, who is it?
Me, Danila. Carlo.
Come upstairs.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
How are you?
Okay, really. I must have cut my hands on the points there. You see, they've padded them up so it won't happen again.
Look, a bad-tempered baby, huh?
Carlo.
Oh, darling.
Get in.
No.
I'll give you a lift.
I'll walk, thanks, Alice.
I've got to talk to you. Get in, damn it.
We have nothing to say to each other.
That's what you think.
Okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow, if you're feeling up to it, I'll come and get you, and we'll go for a nice long drive out to the ocean. Good enough?
Good enough, darling.
What time tomorrow?
10 o'clock?
Okay. 10 o'clock it is. I'll see you tomorrow.
And how?
You better explain something. You know you got me going crazy the other night in bed. Now your daughter's picked up a headache or some damn thing. You dropped me like a ton of bricks. I don't buy it, baby. I just don't buy it.
All right, you listen. Danila does not have a headache. She's suffering more than any human being should have to.
Listen to me. Let's go to my house. I've got your kind of whiskey, your kind of music, your kind of roses. You need my love, Louisa.
No, I don't. Not anymore.
You mean you're going to run out on me without thinking it over?
I've thought it over and over again, and now I see I'm right.
You do this and you won't like it. You
You won't like what happens to you after.
Oh,
I don't
go
pull
to
any
hell,
punches.
will you?
I'll tell everyone you know.
Can you imagine him believing you?
From now on, everyone you meet will call you a whore to your face.
Who is it? Oh, yes, Reverend, we're expecting you. Top floor. It's the priest. Thank you for coming.
It was my sacred duty. Good afternoon.
She's in her room, upstairs. In there, Reverend.
I'd better go in alone. I was not expecting a positive result, I confess. But what I've seen today has convinced me that the case requires the intervention of a trained exorcist.
Do you think that we'll be able to find one?
They're all but non-existent anymore, but I happen to know one not far from here. His name is Zeno. He lives alone up in the mountains, almost like a hermit.
I beg you, Don Antonio, if you can, please find the man tomorrow. It must be done as soon as possible.
Absolutely, yes, you can depend on me for that. And I'll have to get the approval of the bishop as well. In any case, tomorrow, I'll phone Don Gino. He's the father confessor of the convent of Our Lady. I think we'd best take the girl there until such time as we're ready. I'm sure that a couple of days will be enough.
No, I'm afraid they didn't say where they were going, Mr. Carlo.
It can't be possible that they didn't tell you anything.
Really, they didn't.
And you didn't overhear anything?
I think they were supposed to have a meeting with the doctor at about 9. Then I think I heard them saying, the convent of Our Lady of Sorrow.
I know the convent, Gina, thanks.
haunting.
No! 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 Damn you! Oh, let me go!
Anita!
No!
Please!
No! Let me go! Oh, no! Damn you!
Quiet, my child. Quiet.
Miserere me Deo secundum magnam misericordiam tua, et secundum multitudine miserationem tuarum. Dele iniquitatem meam, amplius lave me ab iniquitate mea, et a peccato meo munda me. Quoniam iniquitatem meam cognosco, et peccatum meum contra me est simple. Tibi sole peccavi domine et malum coram te feci, ut justificedis in sermonibus tuis et vincas cum judicaris. Aberte facem tuam a peccatis meis. Amen.
It's up the hill there. Come.
Are you sure we'll find him there?
If not, he'll be close by. He seldom leaves the area.
Good morning, Father Zeno. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Father Zeno.
Morning.
Father, we come in great need of you. The matter is urgent.
Forgive me, Don Gino. Perhaps it's better if I explain.
I'm aware, gentlemen. I'm aware of why you've come. Shall we go?
Sancta Dei Genetrix, ora pro nobis. Mater Christi, ora pro nobis. Mater Divine Gratiae, ora pro nobis. Sancta Mater Dei, ora pro nobis. Mater Intemerata, ora pro nobis. Mater Purissima, ora pro nobis. Mater Amabilis, ora pro nobis. Mater Admirabilis, ora pro nobis. Mater Boni Consigni, ora pro nobis. Mater Creatoris, ora pro nobis. Pater de Celis Deus, miserere nobis. Filii Redemptor Mundi Deus, miserere nobis. Spiritus Sancte Deus, miserere nobis. Sancta Trinita Unus Deus, miserere nobis. Virtus Prudentissima, ora pro nobis.
Don't worry too much, sir. We're sure to find her soon. She can't be very far away, and we know this area well.
Where's Danila? We're trying to find her.
Here are the others. We can go now. Gentlemen, we'll take the top of the hill. Rossi, you take your men down into the village.
By the wooden mill gate.
Danila, it's me, darling. I've come to take you away with me. Come on, darling. Come with me. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Danila!
Over here! Danila! It's me, Papa. Try to get up now.
All right.
Hell,
all of you.
this
Get back a little. Let him try to get the girl out. I said get back. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to see. Let him get through. Idiot, damn it, they got to get the girl back to the hospital.
Don't let her go.
Coffee? Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks.
Doctor, would you like some coffee?
Yes, thank you.
A cup of coffee?
Yes, please.
Coffee, ma'am?
She's been put in the Mother Superior's cell.
No, no one is permitted inside.
diabolical spirit. Flee before the power of the cross of our Lord. I order you hence, evil spirit. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I order you to leave the body of this girl. I order you in the name of him who cast you down from the highest heavens into the bottomless abyss. Satan, enemy of the faith of humankind, be gone. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. And by the sign of this holy cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, get thee gone.
Danila, stop! Good. Very good. I see now I can trust you. You've passed every test. You're my slave, Danila. And so far you've been satisfactory. I might even say capable.
But this is only the beginning of the treatment I have in mind for this obstinate servant of my great enemy. I want him. I want to crush his insufferable, stupid pride beneath my heel. You are mine, Danila, and when you make him yours, he'll be mine. It will be the symbol of my triumph, the proof of my power. I give you back what I had taken away. Beauty, now a weapon to be used for Satan.
I know why you're looking at me like that. You're excited, aren't you? Well, so am I. I feel ice and fire running all through my body. Yes. And you do too. You feel it. You feel ice and fire everywhere. Come to me. I want you. Yes, it's you I want. I want you inside. I want to feel the great strength of your body inside mine. I feel you trembling as I am. Kiss me. Give me your love. Penetrate me. Penetrate my soul. Take me anywhere you like. Or let me do the taking. On my knees in front of you. I'll give you pleasure you've never dreamed of. Let me.
Abomination!
Oh, dearest Lord Jesus, I am profoundly sorrowful for the monstrous ingratitude with which we repay your love for us. I kneel here at your feet with deepest contrition to reject all our guilt. Help me further to understand the depths of evil in human sin and how great the perfect forgiveness of your heart. I ask pardon of all those whom I have injured. I renounce the devil with all his works, the world with all its pomps, the flesh with all its temptations. I desire to be with Christ.
I'm afraid the first one was terrible. Father Zeno looks almost beaten.
Tell me, is there something I can be doing?
He wants nothing. He told me he'd be repeating the exorcism soon.
May God help him.
O Lord on high, in your infinite wisdom, look down and help me in this battle. Help me to vanquish the temptations and wiles of the devil.
Try again. This time you won't fail. The stage is set. This time you and I, acting together, will best him. We'll humiliate him. We'll grind him and his disgusting arrogance under our heels.
Exorcizamus te, omnes immunde spiritus, omnes satanica potestas. Omnis incursio infernalis adversari, omnis legio, omnis congregatio et secta diabolica, in nomine et virtute Domini nostri, Iesu Christi. In nomine Sancti Domini nostri, et fugaria Dei Ecclesia ad omnibus ad imaginem Dei candidis, ac precioso divini agni sanguine redemptis, fraudin serpens calide, decipere humanum genus, Dei Ecclesiam persequia, Dei electus excutere sicut tripticum. Imperativi Deus Altissimus, cui in magna tua superbia te simile abere ad ut presum, cui omnes hominis cum salvus fieri, ed ad anitionem veritatis venire. Majestas Christi. pro salute generis nostris. Tuae vidi pertiti, humiliavit semitips, factus obediens, usque ad morte.
Thank you, my lord of hosts, for the demon is